Hello everybody, welcome back. Happy Memorial Day. It is May 27th, 2024. It's the next update of the Supertunia Mini Vista window boxes. Today I was able to put some flags out just like the other years. So I was able to, not overdo it, but just put 8 in each box. Anyway, as you can see, I've missed a few weeks of filming, mostly because of the weather. For some reason, every day on Sunday, I just kept getting bad weather. So there was nothing but rain out here. In fact, it was just raining 30 minutes ago and stopped. There was a sun shower. So here's the growth update. As you can see, the yellow flowers, the yellow Supertunia Mini Vistas are growing slightly better than the Indigos, but not too bad. They definitely have more room to grow this year because remember last year I would have 3 on each side of the box, so 6 in total. So this year there's going to be more room for growth. We'll see how that goes. Believe it or not, I have not been fertilizing them yet because I still have not bought the fertilizer I want. I couldn't find it, so I'm going to have to order it online. And I was setting up the drip system, which I'll show you really quick. The fertilizer injector, which is right here. All the fertilizer goes in that tank. I have to buy more and mix it up, and then it sends it through the line. So right now things are, I guess you could say, things are still kind of growing slower than I would have thought but then again, I haven't been using fertilizer, so that's probably why. Things will change because this week I'm gonna be getting some fertilizer in the mail, and then they should start exploding. Now onto the porch, looking really good, a lot of color. Got a brand new flag. And everything's looking pretty even. This yellow one right here is finally the one that's pouring over the box. So typically, if you watch other videos, you know how that goes. Everything here is gonna eventually pour over. Probably within the next 3 weeks, you won't see these boxes anymore, maybe 4 weeks, depending on how these Supertunias react, because I've never grown the Mini Vistas before. But again, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna have to start spraying for aphids. The reason why is this morning I went up there to put the flags in, and I believe it's this purple one right here that's absolutely infested, which I've never really seen before this early. So I'm gonna show you. I believe it's this one. And if you look closely, you'll start to see these little white specks everywhere. And that's like the leftover shells, the larvae, if you want to call it, as the aphids go through their cycles. And then you go under here, and it is an absolute infestation. You can see them all just hanging out. So I'm gonna be nuking them all. And they're gonna be in this whole box because that's just the way it is. They'll spread through this whole box. If they're not here yet, there's a few, they'll be there. Didn't see any on these ones, but I'm going to spray anyway. Just to get it all. And then the key here is you're gonna have to spray preventatively. Now again, because I'm not, I'm just growing these for looks, I'm not gonna eat them. I'm gonna use chemicals that I guess would be more toxic, simply because I've tried organic chemicals before. They just don't always work as good. In fact, I've tried neem oil like 3 years ago, and I would never use neem oil for Supertunias because I remember after I sprayed them, the flowers just got weighed down with that oil and just never looked right again. So I'm gonna avoid neem oil and just look for a systemic insecticide and spray it that way. Spray the soil, because again, if you look under here, it's a total infestation. Come down here. So now we're gonna go over to the garage windows. And that's how we're going here. They're growing pretty much the same in the sense that the yellow ones seem to grow better than the indigo. And I guess that's how it's going to be until the indigo finally catches up. Usually sometime around the middle of July is when I'll actually trim them back. So we'll see how they look by 4th of July. So we got another 5 weeks or so for that. And yeah, that's how they look today. I will also show you an update on these down here. I also have not been fertilizing them yet, but I finally got the sprinkler system in. Again, these get rained on every single time. So we just had rain last night and the day before, a lot of rain, but they're finally starting to spill out past the pots, which is good. And I'm hoping that once I get the fertilizer running, these are just gonna fill this whole hill up with purple. As you can see, I've been really busy here. This is actually a lot of work. I'm probably gonna have to do a separate video on it, but I have another fertilizer injector that I installed. I did the irrigation work. The reason why this is flooded is it rained. It's been a nightmare with this, but I finally got it going. So just gotta put that box in the ground, put more fertilizer in that, put that around there, get another box, use some pebbles, mulch this whole area for better water retention to match this, and we should be good to go. It takes time, but again, I'm pleased with how things are going so far. Definitely surprised at how fast the aphids have shown up. I've never really seen aphids happen by Memorial Day, so it just means that I'm gonna have to be proactive and probably I'm gonna have to spray them. I'll probably do it tomorrow, and then another, maybe by the weekend I'll spray again. Once you do 2 applications about a week from each other, you're gonna kill about 95% of them. And there's nothing that stops you from proactively spraying. So I do that for aphids, and I also do it for fungus, mold. So that'll be it for this video. Thanks for tuning in, and catch you next time. Happy Memorial Day.